This reporter actually asked Cristiano Ronaldo for a kiss. But this next guy, he tried to mock him live on TV. And Ronaldinho did something with these girls that no one's ever gonna forget. These are football interviews you have to see to believe. Sometimes things get a little too heated between journalists and players, if you know what I mean. Check out the offer Jude Bellingham got during a post-game interview. The midfielder's reaction is priceless.
Can you tell him to do the Spanish homework, please?
Spanish homework.
Yes.
What's his name?
Gabriel.
Gabriel, do your Spanish homework.
Gracias, lo agradezco mucho.
Buenas noches.
¿Quieres venir a casa conmigo? Que tú eres... No, eres el hijo perfecto. No, non è una proposta.
Oh mio Dio, guarda che siamo su un terreno sdrucciolato.
Was it really just a misunderstanding? Back when he was still playing for Borussia Dortmund, Bellingham found himself in another awkward situation. They set him up to some yoga and stretching with a female instructor. And let's just say the vibes got real interesting real quick.
Jude, welcome. I heard you just arrived recently in Germany.
Yeah, I've got a good welcome so far, so thank you very much.
How does it feel?
Yeah, nice as well.
You need a foot massage parallel.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Well, I better not touch your foot. It's an expensive foot.
But when it comes to Neymar, I'm pretty sure he did it on purpose. Every time the Brazilian ran into this reporter, he made a point to hug her and even sneak in a kiss. And it didn't even have to be during an interview. If he saw her nearby, he'd go straight to her. Cristiano Ronaldo's another one who's always had reporters chasing after him, especially early in his career. This one here, for example, did everything she could to get the Portuguese star's attention during his Real Madrid unveiling. She even asked him for a kiss. And of course, some interviewers have tried to humiliate him on air, but yeah, we already talked about that. Now check out how Ronaldinho acts when the reporter's a woman. Just listen to the question he asked a Brazilian TV host live on air.
E fazer o gol para as mulheres, né? Dia Internacional da Mulher, meia-noite.
É verdade. É, para todas as mulheres.
Tá namorando?
Hã? Quer namorar comigo?
And that wasn't the only time he pulled something like that. When he arrived at AC Milan, after his legendary run at Barcelona, a TV show sent two gorgeous girls to interview him. And the guy was totally at ease, just vibing.
Recepción bellísima, todos me recibiendo con mucho cariño, entonces estoy contentísimo aquí.
Muy contento.
Sí, contentísimo, ¿no? Llegar lejos de casa y ser recibido así con tanto cariño es perfecto.
Bueno, yo quiero saber si te gustan las gringuitas o las latinas.
Para mí no hay ningún problema.
Ah, cualquiera. O sea, entonces, ¿estás soltero o no?
Sí, estoy soltero.
Ay. ¿A ti te gusta así como está el mío?
Perfecto.
Sí, ¿y el de ella?
Mejor todavía.
Ah, fea, le gusta más la...
But while R10 is super bold, James Rodriguez got completely flustered when he was interviewed by this reporter and ended up embarrassing himself on live TV.
James, usted es nuestro ídolo. Gracias por todo lo que hace.
Cuidado el hombro.
Cuidado con Gracias por dejarlo todo.
And to wrap up those love-filled interviews, we can't leave out the classic cases of players and their wives. Like Zinchenko, for example. He was interviewed by Vlada Sedan, his own wife, and ended the chat with a sweet little moment. The best part? Her co-workers didn't miss the chance to poke fun at the whole thing. Oh, and fun fact, they're still together to this day. But the most iconic moment has to be what happened after the 2010 World Cup final, when Casillas just couldn't hold back while being interviewed by his wife.
No pasa nada. Vamos a hablar un poquito del partido y luego volvemos a hablar, ¿no? Madre mía.
Sadly, the two aren't together anymore. But hey, their story deserves a whole other video. Now, back to Cristiano Ronaldo. This reporter tried to put him on the spot, and the GOAT handled it like a boss. It all started with a question about FIFA, and Ronaldo made it clear he didn't want to go there.
El escándalo de corrupción de la FIFA. Pregunta, ¿cómo está afectando el escándalo de corrupción de la FIFA a los jugadores en el campo de juego? ¿Es algo que les preocupa?
¿Quieres que te sea sincero?
A mí no me preocupa nada. Yo hago mi profesión, mi trabajo, doy todo para mi club. Los demás a mí no me importa.
But the journalist kept pushing.
¿Y a tus compañeros?
No sé. Tienes que hablar con ellos. Yo no sé, no puedo responder por los demás.
Pero no me digas que no hablan de eso en los camarines.
¿Quieres saber la verdad? No hablamos cero sobre eso. Nada.
Cristiano stayed polite for a while, but eventually he lost all patience.
A ver una cosa, estamos aquí hablando de un lanzamiento de una línea de speakers.
Speak about FIFA, I don't care about FIFA.
Está hablando sobre eso.
De Qatar, don't give a What do you want me to speak about product? Speak about FIFA. Come on.
Same thing happened with Kevin De Bruyne. When he got asked about Belgium's golden generation, he was not having it.
But what is a golden generation? Yours. And you say that France and England and Spain and Germany is not a golden generation? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, and it's worth noting that this interview happened right after Belgium got knocked out by France in the Nations League. In the Euro 2024 semi-final between the Netherlands and England, where the Dutch were knocked out after a controversial penalty, Van Dijk had the perfect comeback to a reporter's nasty question.
Are you happy that a referee who had been banned for match fixing was taking part in this semi-final?
You want me to get me in trouble?
No, but it was a talking point before the game.
Well, he did our game against Romania, and I think that game he was alright, so you don't want to get me in trouble. That's for you guys.
Now this Feyenoord player, he got so pissed off by a question that he straight up accused the journalist of being a fan of their biggest rival.
People here in Rotterdam, they would have expected more like a killing mentality.
Yes, you can. Which team you support?
Sorry?
Which team you support? You know?
I support nothing.
Nothing? I think you support Ajax. Anyway,
really? Why do you think so?
Anyway, I know how much they...
No, why do you think so?
You have the face that you are Ajax supporters. Anyway...
Oh, really? You can tell that by my face? I think this is a big disappointment that you talk this way to me.
So you talk the same.
I don't talk the same. I ask, where's the mentality? That's a normal question in football.
And of course, we couldn't skip over this legendary Cristiano Ronaldo interview.
Creo que tu último gol fuera es del 30 de noviembre. ¿Por qué te está costando un poco más de trabajo marcar fuera?
Desde que estoy en España, dime un jugador que ha marcado más goles que yo fuera de casa. Uno. No tienes.
Even Zidane was left speechless after the Portuguese star's response. But sometimes it's better to be like Haaland, short and straight to the point.
Tonight you became the youngest player in UEFA Champions League history to score a first-half hat-trick. How are you feeling right now?
I feel very good.
Anything else?
You asked how I feel, I answered.
You can't say he didn't answer the question. Pochettino literally walked out in the middle of a press conference. During Chelsea's last match, there was some drama between Cole Palmer and Jackson over who would take a penalty. Naturally, reporters brought it up afterward. But Pochettino wasn't having it.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you later. One day we didn't talk about the game. You all one press conference.
You stopped the press conference. We didn't stop the press conference. You stopped the press conference.
No, the first question was in this way was
management of a press conference.
Everyone knows Jose Mourinho has a short fuse, and this time he didn't just give a rude answer, he went all in and roasted every Premier League coach in the process.
You know that what was the result? 3-0. 3-0. You know what this means? 3-0. But also mean 3 premierships, and I won more premierships alone than the other 19 managers together. 3 for me and 2 for them. Respect, man, respect.
But there's something even worse than Mourinho when it comes to dealing with the press. We're talking about the football god himself, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. The guy went so far as to ban every single player from giving interviews.
Zlatan,
Follow me, nobody talks.
Zlatan. Why nobody talks?
Because I'm the boss.
If a reporter dares to challenge Zlatan in front of the cameras, that's when he really gets fired up.
A lot of people speak about your relationship with Edinson.
A lot of people or you? But you seem to know better than me.
No, I don't know.
But you're writing about it, not me.
I'm waiting for you. I'd like to know what...
But still you're talking about it, so how do you know?
How do you know? You know that we score a lot of goals which you are running, but sometimes in the game...
And you know better football than me?
No.
So why are you talking?
I ask you, I do my job.
Are you a journalist or a camera guy?
I am journalist.
So why are you holding the camera? You should have a camera guy, no?
Because my boss wants you to meet you.
So he's low budget.
But let's be honest here, sometimes Ibra's just straight up a jerk. And what happened in this interview is proof of that. Back when he was playing in the Netherlands, he somehow managed to get the entire country to hate him. During a friendly between Sweden and the Netherlands, he threw in a nasty tackle on one of his own club teammates. Naturally, the media went after him, and that only added fuel to the fire, as Dutch fans turned on him hard. When he got back to Ajax, he had to do a post-match interview, and that's when Ibra's true colors really showed.
Oh, you don't like to have an interview, no?
No, but first you talk shit, now you can't. We do it. Okay.
Do you think we make shit? You think?
You are shit. No problem.
Yeah? Wow. I first now talk about the game, because you played fantastic well.
It doesn't matter. You talk only about the game.
Because you don't want to talk anymore about the other things.
There's no other things. It's solved, and it was solved immediately, and yeah.
After scoring 5 goals in a single game, Haaland was interviewed by a panel full of English football legends, and he went around handing out verbal slaps left and right.
No, it's an amazing feeling. I think you are the only one that maybe know how to score a lot of goals. So.
And when City finally won the Champions League, he was interviewed by the same crew again. And yeah, the banter was on fire once more.
Haaland, your manager came over, Pep Guardiola, and he said this show is the funniest show on TV. I mean, would you agree with your manager?
Please say yes.
Sometimes you two are a bit awkward.
But sometimes it's the journalists who end up digging their own graves. Just check out the ridiculous question Klopp got after a Europa League match.
Is there any player from Sparta squad who wants you for Liverpool?
I retire in the summer.
Okay.
You want me to take him on holiday? Or what?
But let's be real, Klopp isn't always the fun and friendly guy we're used to. He was fuming after controversial penalty call cost Liverpool the win against Everton. And to make things even worse, the reporter brought up the topic in the worst possible way during the post-match interview. Let's just say Klopp didn't hold back.
For you, 100% not a penalty, or does Dejan Lovren does he not need to make the decision? It's not a case of blaming him. Does he not need to make the challenge though?
He doesn't make a challenge. Calvert-Lewin makes a step in his thing, but
and there's hands on the back. I think it's soft, but I think it is a penalty.
So then we can stop the interview, because I only want to talk to people who have a little bit of understanding of football.
There are people who played a lot of football matches in our studio who also think it's a penalty.
Oh, then sorry, I'm wrong.
Neymar absolutely owned this interview with the Brazilian national team. The reporter threw a few criticisms his way, but one comment hit a nerve, and Neymar wasn't having it.
Você fala bastante, grupo, preza bastante o discurso da coletividade, mas é jogador que costuma entrar em campo nos treinos sozinho, sempre isolado dos demais. Não sei se por orientação dos patrocinadores para aparecer sozinho.
Still, he responded with total class and even called the reporter out in a way that made headlines around the world.
Olha, eu acho que você tem que começar a ver as coisas que eu faço dentro de campo. As coisas particulares, a partir do momento que eu tô fora, independente de qualquer coisa, é particular. As coisas são minhas. Eu tô falando com vocês, tem como olhar para mim, por gentileza?
In another moment, a journalist took shots at the Brazilian squad, and Neymar clapped back with a brilliant answer.
A gente tá aqui para vencer. Se tiver que só defender e ganhar um jogo de 0-0, a gente vai ganhar. Não importa se a gente não vai dar chapéu, se não vai dar caneta, se não vai dar show, se não vai fazer todo mundo rir. A gente não tá ali pra isso, a gente tá ali pra vencer.
But hands down, Neymar's best interview has to be this one, where he made sure to share the unexpected request his son made.
Meu filho acabou de pedir que o Charles faça a dança do pombo no próximo gol.
Quem deu o passe foi o Marquinhos.
One of Cristiano Ronaldo's most iconic interviews ever actually cost a company $4 billion. During Euro 2020, right before a press conference started, he casually removed a couple of Coca-Cola bottles from the table and told people to drink water instead. That one move wiped billions off the stock value of the world's biggest soda brand. It also sparked a wave of reactions, with other players and coaches either copying him or mocking the whole situation. Some even saw it as a chance to pitch themselves for a sponsorship deal. But CR7's most talked about moment didn't even happen during an actual interview. He was going through some personal stuff and had said he wouldn't be speaking to the media. Still, one reporter tried to sneak in and ask a question anyway. How did Ronaldo react?
Ronaldo, preparado para este jogo hoje?
Well, word is he refused to answer that specific TV network because they had been specially harsh on him with their criticism. Bottom line, when CR7 says he's not doing interviews, it's probably best not to push your luck. Now, in the middle of all the funny, heated, or awkward interviews, we have to talk about one of the most powerful press conferences in recent years. Not long ago, Vinnie Jr. was the target of repeated racist attacks, not just from fans, but even from fellow professionals, which is absolutely unacceptable. But Vinnie didn't stay silent. Wearing the Brazilian national team jersey, he gave a powerful and moving speech about racism, a true masterclass.
No futebol tem muitas pessoas, tem tantos jogadores melhores do que eu. Eu vou para os jogos com a cabeça centrada no jogo para que eu possa fazer o melhor para minha equipe e às vezes nem sempre é possível, então todos os dias. Desculpa, é que eu só queria jogar futebol, só quero jogar, só quero fazer de tudo pelo meu clube e pela minha família.